touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. I hope y'all can nest double E, cause I need your eyes on me. Once I get my feet in this end zone, no one can STOP. Can I make a scene like a movie, feeling big, keep it juicy before we start getting unruly. I've been hooping like a hoolie, keep it coolie before I stuff you in a locker like a bully. Like a bully. Put in the work, you can see my fingernail dirt. I'm the last one to leave, even when I come first. Yeah, you might want it bad, but I'm sure I want it worse. I'ma do it cause I love it, I'ma love it till it hurts. What's the worst that can happen, Captain? I'm strapped in, no I'm not crazy, I'm just tapped in. Hungry like a bastard, I'm about that action, no slacking. Well, I'm sorry, Miss Jackson. Here come the pain. No one to call up for help. No one to blame but yourself. You should have known better, however you did it, so we had to come ring your bell. Like I need a ward, wait until I score, make it rain till it pour. I'm a dog on fours, put in work like a chore till I'm underneath the floor, in the trenches like a war. If they wanna give them more, when I touch down, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown.
We are just south of Pioneer Square here in the great northwest city of Seattle at newly named Lumen Field, home of the 12s. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Miami Dolphins and the Seattle Seahawks. Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Throwing to start here is Tua. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. So the completion good for 7 there. And it's second down. Well, this defense for the Seahawks, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And I don't know what the actual percentages are, and I don't know the analytics when you create 5 turnovers or takeaways in a game. But coaches always say, when you create a number that high, your chances of winning probably up over 98%. I haven't seen that number quantified, but I believe them.
Yeah, they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Off of play action, Tagovailoa. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. 3rd and 1, and Tua wants to throw it. He is going to find Hill here. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 18. 14 yards through the air. Caught the D off guard on 3rd and 1.
Oh, there's going to be a little bit of regret there because they certainly had the chance to get off the field here, just giving up a field goal attempt. But they couldn't get that stop on 3rd down. Now they have to hunker down because guess what? That drive continues.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test them early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Finds Hill on the crossing route, complete. And the Dolphins are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. In motion left here, one of their tight ends. They'll run with Sanders. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Miles Sanders, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. No problem there on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready?
Here's Walker to start the drive. That's to about the 28. 2nd down coming up.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. And Walker once more. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. The defense was ready for the run-pass option, diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he was met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Now, you don't want to see that penalty at any point, but it adds a little extra to it when it comes on 3rd down.
It certainly does, because if this were a boxing match, they had him on the ropes there. 3rd down incompletion, 4th down upcoming. Instead, that mistake resets everything back to 1st down, which means they have to stay on the field longer to try and stop this drive.
The Seahawks at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1. And they've gotten a pretty good deal from the schedule makers as well. Home dates in Weeks 1 and 2.
And I would believe that they would need to take advantage of that, partner, because as you can imagine, the road dates will pile up later this season. So this is a great opportunity for them to put some early distance on the rest of the division and create a little bit of a cushion for them for later in the year.
He's going to get this complete here to lock it. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That one good for 26 and a 1st down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the 1st quarter.
They go play action here on 1st down. Sliding out of the... Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. Well, we went from scoreless to 13-0 in a hurry. First, their offense had the touchdown, and now the defense comes through with one.
You can't get a better 1-2 punch than that. Follow up a touchdown offense by getting one on defense. If they keep that effort up, you'll take the other sideline out of this one very quickly.
And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on second. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. On second down, it's Walker. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And that's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And with it, time has expired on the first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Here's Thomas. Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Let's go. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. He'll buy some time. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked up by Richie Grant. And the Seahawks are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
But that's the kind of interception that can save a game right there. They're already down 2 scores. Huge play, slowing down what was going against them.
I was thinking the same thing. You get down 3 scores there at this stage, could be in for a long ball game. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
I think if they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 40 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And this a quick slant to Lockett. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball. And what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Now this throw caught left side. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in the defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
Yeah, he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
Now a throw here to his running back. He'll head out of bounds yards inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up first and goal. Here's Walker. And he's going to pull his way down to about the 1-yard line. A good run, 8 yards there, and it'll be second and goal.
That's a great run right there on first down. Didn't quite get into the end zone, but now you've set yourself up for at least 2, maybe 3 more shots from close range.
Walker once more, and he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Ken Walker, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks are back within a score. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. Taken at the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back because your friend, old momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite.
Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good, and then you give up the touchdown on the last drive, now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
To about the 26 here.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
2nd and 6. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Brandon Cooks. 26 yards. And the Seahawks are an extra point away from evening this one up. Myers connects on the PAT, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And Thomas just going to hold on to this one. It's a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They start from scratch here, so to speak. 14 all following the interception last time that led to a score. Now they've got it 1st and 10. There he goes right side. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Miles Sanders, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Dolphins have moved out in front. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 21-14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Walker now on 1st and 10. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. It's caught inside the 25. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard.
That was a really nice play, able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free, and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1 yard gain. Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. That is caught inside the 5. And the Seahawks are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Now a timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Now to the ground, here's Walker. And he will not be denied. Into the end zone, touchdown Seahawks. Kenneth Walker with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Seahawks are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. That's complete to Peoples-Jones. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. That is caught inside the 5. Touchdown Dolphins. A great effort there as the first half is winding down. And the Dolphins have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Point after, right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out.
This is caught inside the 15. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. They'll throw now on the final play. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. But they will not be able to capitalize as time has run out here on the first half of play. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Here's Jonathan Coachman. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
Sticking with Walker on second down. And he is going to lose yardage here. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's third down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a fourth down. Well done.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. Returnable for Thomas. A good return there, 17 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Looking to throw again on second down. Tua. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. And the Dolphins are going to have a first and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line. Slot man moves right. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Miles Sanders. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point safely through. And the lead now up to 14. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position.
Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked off, Byron Jones. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
After the turnover, it's Tua. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Well, they certainly knew their challenge as this series began, and they got to stop on play number 1. Goal now, get 2 more stops and limit the damage to a field goal.
It's a second down run with Sanders. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. 168 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Sanders is not going to get back to the line of scrimmage as they'll tackle him at the 3. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the third quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances. So they need to toughen up and keep them out of the end zone.
On second and goal, Tua. Touchdown! Jalen Waddle from 3 yards out. And the Dolphins have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Point after, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Black Ultra. On the ball.
Now back to throw. Throw out wide to Walker. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. He's got a man, complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. The point after is good, and that'll increase their lead to 28. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get over to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout.
Let's go. Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. They'll look to throw. It's complete to Lockett. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and it'll be 2nd and a couple. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Derek Barnes gets him for a loss of 5. He is so tough to handle on the blitz, and that's Exhibit A. And the Seahawks on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Cooks on the quick slant. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A big play there on the catch and run. 31 yards. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Completes it to Fant on the right side. And the Seahawks are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
They'll set up a throw. Walker with a grab, left side. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Only a yard of the completion. It's 2nd and goal.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
That incompletion brings us one step closer to the end of this one. Maybe mercifully, partner. And let's face it, though, no surprise, they're still flinging it around. They have pride, too.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had the play call on 4th and goal, but it's dropped in the end zone. And the Dolphins' defense is able to hold. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
On 2nd and 9, Tua out route to Hill, complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. 2 to Tyreek for the Miami first.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just kind of give us that look like that's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual situation. I'd want him out. They tend to leave him in.
This offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10. Another run here with Sanders. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the... Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Over the middle, complete. It's Thomas. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 27-yard line. That one looks like he'll throw here. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Partner, I know we're still in the afternoon slate here. Some primetime games still on the docket, but it's going to be tough to top this effort. What an offensive performance we have seen. They have been unstoppable from the moment we began. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off Byron Jones. And the Dolphins are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. That time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold them.
This is Thomas. And some room to roam now. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That was huge after being behind the chains on first down to make this second very manageable.
Yeah, how much pride do you have in an offense on first down to get that kind of yardage? Because it actually opens up your playbook on second down. You can run it, you can throw it, you keep a defense off balance. I like that phrase, stand ahead of the chains, and they're doing exactly that.
Charles, a lot of